Care package awaiting for your mark. Hello and welcome to my unboxing of the Kingston SH103S3 240G, which is their 240GB HyperX 3K solid state drive. This is a fantastic piece of work right here. We're going to check out, see what they have to say for themselves on the front once the camera gets focused, of course. The benchmarked read and write speeds are 555 megabytes per second read and 510 megabytes per second write. Again, it's 240 gig storage, SATA 3, which is 6 gigabit per second bandwidth. It's their 3K solid state drive running with the Sandforce controllers. They provide free tech support and 3-year warranty. It comes with the solid state drive and the 3.5-inch bay bracket and mounting screws. Have some language stuff. 240 gig HyperX 3K solid state drive, disque flash. Yeah, so we're also, as we did with the RAM, we're gonna pop this one in the system and do some practical benchmarking, because I do a lot of intense recording, so I want to see what the practical read-write speeds actually are. Gonna get this thing open here really quick with my handy dandy key knife. Slice open the package, or the plastic. And what do we have inside on the top? We have a Kingston HyperX instruction manual and guidebook for their getting started guide. Shows you how to install the solid state drive using the regular way and using the 3.5-inch bay bracket. Again, multi-language stuff, pretty simple diagrams, don't need words for that. I do like how they do that. A lot of computer hardware gives you guides with language, like wording instructions, instead of just simple diagrams that everybody can understand. I like that they use the diagrams. There's the fancy solid state drive in its little foam enclosure. The foam is extremely thick and sturdy feeling. I love that. The drive itself is very shiny looking. You see HyperX on the front with the shiny logo, and then Kingston on the bottom. Then on the back we get to the mounting bracket and the drive screws. Gonna pull that out here. The mounting bracket is actually very interesting. It does not fit with my red themed computer, but it certainly, since it's an internal drive, it's not really going to be seen anyway, so it's not a huge deal. The metal for the bracket is extremely durable, extremely sharp on the edges too. The finish looks really nice, the little metal finish there, and it certainly does its job, I'll give it that. Not very wobbly, nothing like that, which is actually a better quality than the default brackets that come with my computer case. There's also some drive mounting screws for the bracket, and again, there's the sturdy foam. Getting the drive out here itself, it is very durable looking, very sturdy feeling, just very solid, because it is a solid state drive. I'd do some damage tests, but I'd like to actually make use of this one, so maybe some other time. But I know Kingston has a reputation for having extremely durable drives, but we're not going to put that to the ultimate test right just yet. There's connections on the back in a very unfocused manner, and there's the product information on the backside sticker. Now let's throw it in the machine and do some benchmarking again for practical use. These are not going to test the maximum speeds, but rather the practical speeds at which I will get while using the drive. Now, as you can see here, we got the drive installed in the system, formatted, and set up. I opened the wrong window here, but there we go. About 240 gigs, obviously there's always the actual file size difference. Empty folder, we're going to set up a raw record folder. Again, I want to test this for practical speeds. I use my speed drives for recording, and so I want to test how quickly it can record some data using programs I record with. This first program is the disk speed test for my Blackmagic Intensity Shuttle, which is a desktop capture card that uses USB 3 and records all the way up to 1080p 60. And as you can see, it gets about 285 megabytes per second write, about 300 megabytes per second read. It runs through a couple tests and basically gets about the same speeds. Now it says it's not capable of running or recording 1080p at 60 frames per second, but I I don't necessarily believe that, because it said my hard drive RAID was not capable of recording 720p, and yet it does it just fine. Something to also note is that these are absolutely fantastic recording speeds. This is literally double, actually a little bit more than double, what my, like I mentioned before, my hard drive RAID records at. I have a 500 gigabyte, 7200 RPM, SATA 6 gigabit per second hard drive RAID, running in RAID 0, and it records twice as fast as it. Here I'm using the DX story disk speed test to do the exact same thing, and we get about the same speeds, about 260 to 285 megabytes per second down. That is absolutely fantastic for the kind of recording I do. Coming up, you see a couple different little speed tests, again, all getting the same results. It's the practical results of using this hard drive, not necessarily the max benchmark, but it's still absolutely fantastic. Thank you for watching my unboxing and first look at the Kingston HyperX 240 gigabyte 3K solid state drive. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe.